Right, hello everyone, welcome back. In the last few months there has been one driver in particular that has been creating a lot of buzz in the golf world, and it is this. It's the Titleist Tsr driver. Today I've got my hands on the Titleist Tsr3. We're down here at Ickleton Golf Club and I'm going to give you my honest review on this club. Let's get into it. So hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Jack, this is Jack Lee Golf. If this is your first time on this channel, please make sure you're doing the usuals of liking, sharing, subscribing. Like I said, in today's video we've got the Titleist Tsr3 driver. A lot of buzz about this driver. The most common claims that I've heard, the most frequent, that there's been some serious increases in ball speed when it comes to this driver. So in today's video and in the next video that I'm going to do, we're going to put that to the test. So before we get into hitting some shots in today's video, just to talk you through the specs of this driver that I've got. But we've got it on the A4 setting, which has knocked it down to 9.25, I do believe. Standard lie angle setting. The weight track at the back, I've got that set as neutral. And shaft wise, I've got a hazardous 6.5 silver in this. Standard length, I do believe. First impressions, before I even start hitting some shots, I am a big fan of the shape of this driver. So it's very much circular, spherical, pear-shaped, if you anything. We've got a gloss crown, which is becoming more and more unusual these days because everything seems to be going more matte finish, that kind of stuff. It looks very different to what I've got in my current TaylorMade Sim 2, as that is I think it's got like a gloss silver strip at the front and then a carbon crown at the back. Yeah, very good looking driver. They've got this T-rail kind of thing going. It looks like a T shape, reminds me of the Tesla badge. Definitely looks like a Tesla badge. I might insert one so you can see similarities between both there. I like it. I like the plainness. I like the simplicity of how it looks. I suppose Titleist are kind of renowned for making just good, solid products. So it makes a lot of sense. Fits very much in line with everything that they do. I'm going to stop yapping now. I'm going to hit some shots. I'm going to talk you through the features of this driver. We've got GC quad set up. Let's have about 10 shots. Let's see what's going off. One thing I noticed straight away, the sound is wicked. Sounds very solid. Don't know how you'd quantify a solid sound, but this has definitely got one. That were a good one. Right, so that's 4 or 5 shots. Let's now take a look at some technological features that Titleist are saying about this driver. So, loft's available first and foremost. We've got 8, 9, 10 and 11 degrees. Like I said, I've got the 10 head cranked down to 9.25. Tsr3 driver, precision tuned speed and distance. That's every driver that you're ever going to come across now. It will have a blurb that's a little bit like this, so be prepared. If you are a player with a consistent impact location, then the Titleist Tsr3 driver is your ticket to maximum driving performance. The new speed ring face technology creates a focus point of pure speed that can be point of contact. That's pretty good. So they're talking about ideas there of moving your centre of gravity in the head excuse me, to match your strike location, which is going to heighten your ball speed. Ball speed being one of the big claims that's coming out with this driver, so that's interesting. Benefits: precise speed and distance, exceptional feel and playability, player preferred shaping. Features: speed ring VFT, variable face thickness technology, so depending on what part you're hitting that face. I'm guessing it's a very similar concept to what Callaway introduced with the flash face a few years ago, where they were saying it were artificially intelligence created, and there were like hot spots on the face, so around different parts of the face there were different thicknesses, all in the aim of increasing your ball speed. Performance tuned adjustability, aerospace grade titanium. I can't think of any grade of titanium that's better than that. Improved aerodynamics, sure fit adjustability there again. So they're saying that the Tsr3 features a number of subtle refinements that make it faster through the air. Your same swing will result in more clubhead speed simply through eliminating resistance. I like it. Shafts available. We've got hazardous red CB, tensai AV blue, hazardous black, not hazardous silver, tensai 1K black, and then you've got some premium shafts which do come at an upgraded price. That does bring me quite nicely onto price. This driver is retailing in our shop at Ickleton at £529. Titleist over the last couple of seasons have seen their drivers come out price wise more than the likes of Ping, Callaway and even TaylorMade. Price is only relevant to me. I suppose £529 of one person's money is very much different to £529 of someone else's money, but it's something definitely to factor in when it comes to purchasing this driver. So now up on the technological aspects of this driver, I'm going to hit a few more. One thing that I will talk to you about at this that mistake when it comes to the loft of this driver, just looking at the numbers that we're seeing now. Although that's kind of out of my hands because the only one of these that I had a chance to try was this one, so. It does feel superb off that. Where it's got used to that carbon thuddy sound, with this being more titanium based now, a little bit higher pitched I would say, but still sounds, you know, as solid as ever. Not at that one. Good. Right, so I've cut a couple of missed strikes out there, however we have ended up with 9 fairly decent shots. Let's now have a look at those results and see what this had to offer in that little important results. I'm going to put them on screen for you there. So average carry 265, we saw a height of 278. That was that last shot that I just did then. Mainly strike dependent with me, so hitting them on different parts of face. I know this said it were going to increase ball speeds across the face, but as soon as I start to stray out the centre, as soon as anyone starts to stray out the centre, you're going to get drop-offs in ball speed, you're going to get drop-offs in distance. We saw an average of 27 yard left. If I show you this other graph now, you'll notice that, you know, most of my shots have got a bit of a draw bias to them today. That's not necessarily to do with the driver, that's just me putting my impact factors on that golf ball. I'm quite a especially when it comes to the driver. Spin, the one mistake that I did make when it came to this driver, and I do hold my hands up, so you know, I'm me in the comment section. My driver's 8.25, this is 9.25. Having that extra 1 degree of loft has caused me to spin it a little bit excessively at times, which has probably contributed to me losing a little bit of distance. So I'd ideally want to see it more near a 275. I don't know whether I'll be able to get there this morning due to the coldness of what it is in here. My swing speed's down a little bit. I'm not making excuses even though it sounds pathetic. So with the spin being at 2,800, ideally I'd want to see that 2,500 just below. That would have been seen with a driver with less loft. Nevertheless, jump up to 3,300. We saw the last one down at 2,200. Coincidentally, that last one at 2,200 was my furthest. Ball speed on average 161 mile an hour. Club head speed on average 110 mile an hour. So with the numbers that I was putting in this morning, with the effort that I was putting in, I'm getting out results that I would kind of expect to see. I've always had the opinion with Titleist that they just do what they say on the tin, you know, and I do feel like as well that as soon as you're working out what rough ballpark shaft wise, loft wise and head composition wise works for you, you're going to get very similar results across the board. I think what will determine if you go for a Titleist over say TaylorMade, Ping, Callaway, it's going to be looks, it's going to be feel, it's going to be if you can afford it, that kind of stuff. My overall verdict on this driver though, Titleist Tsr3 looks great, feels great, sounds great, performs as good as you would want it to. For me, it's a very good driver. That's it from me today. So if you've enjoyed this review, please make sure you are liking, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Video around, share it to people who you think might want to see my verdict on the Titleist Tsr3 driver. Stay tuned for another video coming soon when I'm going to put it to the test against my TaylorMade Sim Max 2. But apart from that, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Later.